I'm still trying to process the fact that I just paid off $23,000 in credit card debt in 18 months, on a salary of $58,000. It sounds crazy, but it's true. I was stuck in a cycle of minimum payments, and it felt like I was getting nowhere. But then I discovered a side hustle that changed everything. You're probably thinking, what's the secret, or how did you do it? Well, let me tell you, it wasn't easy. There were plenty of times when I felt like giving up, when it seemed like the debt was never going to go away. But I kept at it, and that's what I want to share with you today. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how I did it, and more importantly, how you can apply the same principles to your own financial situation. I remember the feeling of dread every time I opened my credit card statement. The balance seemed to be growing, no matter how much I paid. It was like I was stuck in a never-ending nightmare. But then I stumbled upon an online community of people who were paying off their debt using a combination of budgeting, saving, and investing. One person in particular caught my attention, a single mom who had paid off $30,000 in debt in just 2 years. Her story was inspiring, and it made me realize that I could do the same. The first step I took was to create a budget. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, it's essential. I started tracking every single expense, from my daily coffee to my monthly rent. It was eye-opening, to say the least. I had no idea how much I was spending on non-essential items. But once I had a clear picture of my finances, I was able to make changes. I cut back on unnecessary expenses, and I started allocating more money towards my debt. Now, here's where things get interesting. I discovered that I could use a high-yield savings account to earn more interest on my money. I know some of you might be thinking, isn't that just for rich people? But no, it's not. Anyone can open a high-yield savings account, and it's a game changer. I was earning around 2.5% interest on my savings, which might not seem like a lot, but it adds up over time. And the best part is, it's completely liquid, so I could access my money whenever I needed it. But the real key to my success was finding a side hustle that I loved. I started freelancing as a writer, and it was a revelation. Not only did I enjoy the work, but I was also able to earn a decent income on the side. It wasn't easy, of course, there were plenty of late nights and early mornings. But it was worth it. Every dollar I earned went straight towards my debt, and it was amazing to see the progress I was making. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I don't have the time or skills to start a side hustle. And I get it, it's not always easy. But here's the thing, you don't need to earn a lot of money to make a difference. Even an extra $500 per month can make a huge impact on your debt. And it's not just about the money, it's about the sense of purpose and fulfillment you get from working on something you love. So, what can you do today to start making progress on your debt? First, take a close look at your budget and see where you can cut back on unnecessary expenses. Then, consider opening a high-yield savings account to earn more interest on your money. And finally, think about what side hustles you could start to earn some extra income. It might be freelancing, selling items online, or even dog walking. Whatever it is, make sure it's something you enjoy, and that it aligns with your values and goals. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just remember that you're not alone. Millions of people have paid off their debt and achieved financial freedom. And it's not just about the money, it's about the sense of peace and security that comes with it. So, take a deep breath, and let's do this. If you're ready to start your journey to debt freedom, hit like and let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who's struggling with debt, share this video with them. It could be just the thing they need to get started. Now, I want to ask you, what's your biggest debt right now? Is it credit card debt, student loans, or something else? Let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to offer some advice. And if you're feeling brave, share your debt story with me. I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Paying off debt is not just about the money, it's about the freedom and peace of mind that comes with it. So, don't give up, even when it feels like the journey is taking forever. You got this, and I'm rooting for you. If you want to learn more about managing your debt and achieving financial freedom, check out my next video, the 5-step plan to paying off your mortgage in 10 years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'd like to share another example of how having a solid budget and a side hustle can make a huge difference in paying off debt. Let's say you have $10,000 in credit card debt with an interest rate of 18%. If you're only making the minimum payment of $200 per month, it'll take you around 7 years to pay off the debt, and you'll end up paying over $13,000 in interest. But, if you're able to increase your monthly payment to $500, and you're earning an extra $1,000 per month from a side hustle, you can pay off the debt in just 2 years, and you'll save over $8,000 in interest. It's also important to note that paying off debt is not just about the numbers, it's also about the emotional toll it can take on you. I remember feeling anxious every time I checked my credit card balance, and it was affecting my relationships with my loved ones. But, once I started making progress on my debt, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders, and I was able to enjoy life again. I was able to take my family on vacation, and I was able to start saving for retirement. Another strategy that helped me was using the snowball method. This is where you pay off your debts one by one, starting with the smallest balance first. This approach can be very motivating, as you'll see progress quickly, and you'll be able to celebrate small victories along the way. For example, if you have 2 credit cards with balances of $500 and $2,000, and you pay off the $500 balance first, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment, and you'll be more motivated to tackle the larger debt. It's also worth noting that paying off debt is not a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for me may not work for you, and that's okay. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick to it. Some people prefer the avalanche method, where you pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Others prefer the snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debt first. The important thing is to find a method that you can stick to, and that makes you feel motivated and in control. In addition to having a solid budget and a side hustle, it's also important to have a support system in place. This could be a friend or family member who's also working on paying off debt, or it could be an online community of people who are going through the same thing. Having a support system can make a huge difference, as you'll be able to share tips and advice, and you'll be able to motivate and encourage each other to stay on track. I'd also like to talk about the importance of celebrating milestones. When you're paying off debt, it can feel like a long and difficult journey, and it's easy to get discouraged. But, if you celebrate your milestones along the way, you'll be more motivated to keep going. For example, if you pay off $1,000 in debt, you could treat yourself to a nice dinner or a weekend getaway. This will help you stay motivated and focused, and it will give you something to look forward to. Finally, I want to talk about the importance of having a long-term perspective. Paying off debt is not just about getting out of debt, it's also about building wealth and achieving financial freedom. It's about creating a secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones. So, even though it may take time and effort to pay off your debt, it's worth it in the end. You'll be able to enjoy life without the burden of debt, and you'll be able to pursue your goals and dreams without worrying about money.